Okay, hello everybody. We're doing it a little bit differently today. No opener. We have Debbie Romero in the house, though. She's our opener today.
That's
You're the
what's up.
embodiment of an opener, girl. Your presence in itself is musical.
Oh, I'll take that. Thank you, Miss Kelly Rickle.
That's right. That's right. So we're on at a different time. So everyone coming on in, hello, hello. Thank you for being here with us. We're going to be talking about some events we have coming on up. We have a lot that we're doing as the year comes with August, September, October, November, December. We have it all mapped out and we're building it. So we want to share some events that we have come up with you. We're going to talk some energy and we're going to do some readings. And that's what we have going on today. Hello. Hello,
Right.
Myra. Hello, Iris. Hello, Sylvie. Hello,
Sylvia,
everybody. Hey.
I
Hello,
love that.
hello. And we have Debbie in the house to help us do it. So Debbie, share
Yes,
what you have
girl.
in your mind before we go into everything that we're doing, or share however you
Girl.
want, girl.
Well, first off, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Iris. Hey, Sylvie. Myra. So nice to see you. No time no see, girl. Kelly, thank you for just letting me be here with you on your platform with your followers. And we're just going to do it. We're going to hold space. And, like, how are you doing with the energy, girl? How are you rocking with the shifts of after the new moon? Tell me more. What's up?
I think there's like a need for, at least for me personally, there's a need for like peace and tranquility.
Yeah.
And with the Cancer, excuse me, the full moon in Cancer, that really
Mm-hmm.
stimulates our need for security
Mm-hmm.
and for things that we know and things that we can count on. And I feel like my energy's kind of done that as well. It's like slow down, and we have like fire in us, right? Like when we want
Mm-hmm.
to like dream and be ambitious and create. Well, the water, especially the full moon in Cancer, it's very watery. So it's actually no coincidence that we have that behind us right now, this beautiful
Right.
water background. But it makes us want to relax and clean and cleanse. So I was cleaning today. I was organizing and cleaning and just getting things. That's where I wanted my energy. How about you? How about you?
I was resting and then I worked and I went in and supported Jennifer Rose, our girl. She had a dam today and I'm unwinding, really letting the energy just kind of move naturally and organically. So really paying attention to how the energy is speaking to me and paying attention to, the self. And I had the intuition to clean, but I kind of put that to the side.
You're like, maybe later. Maybe later.
Oh, I see you, but I put it to the side. I was busy. I just finished working, closing out my day and stuff. But I'm just grateful to be here with you. I think during the full moon in the beginning, though, it like gave me this like rush of energy of just like allowing me to feel into myself, allowing me to feel into my needs and letting the energy just move with it, right? Like there was some emotions, there were some shifts, and definitely, as you say, Cancer is very loving. It's very gentle. It's very kind. And so my oldest is actually a Cancer, and his personality is carries that trait as well. So I love that.
Cancer is, all the water signs have this very strong energy where they want to bond, or if they love you, they'll protect you. If they care about you, they'll go over the top. So it's a gentle intensity, truly.
It
But there's a
really
lot of
is.
space as
Yeah, it
well as
really is. So you're fire, I'm water. So I heard not too long ago it makes steam. So we like actually along very well. So I love that. I heard that for the first time. You would think if you didn't know astrology, you would think that it didn't mix or like there wasn't a
actually.
connection.
Wait,
It doesn't.
hold on, hold on.
Jennifer
Go
was
ahead.
like, girl. Jennifer's
Go
like,
ahead
girl.
and I'll explain it. Go ahead.
No, you correct a girl then because I'm going to take the steam and I'm going to take that it blends. But I was thinking that like how could that be? Because one's fire, one's water. So like, what when they said like it makes it steamy? I'm like, all right. Okay, I see you.
Okay, so I could kind of say this through a numerology and also through an astrology kind of viewpoint, because they
Mm-hmm.
both deal with archetypes and you can go into the elements with each, but astrology has really built up those archetypes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you could research it through, I guess, astrology more so than numerology. Numerology, you'd have to feel into it and experience it personally. So Debbie, gosh, I'd have to look at your ultimate. I'd have to look at. I've seen your chart before, but I have to like kind of count, and because I've been bouncing around looking at things. But I know that actually, like, I'm primarily fire, even though like I'm a Leo sun, right? My chart is primarily fire, but I'm a Gemini rising, so I have a lot of airiness with how I come across, even though I don't have as much air in my chart. So, girl, you have you
I think I
actually
was
do have
Gemini. I was Gemini rising too,
you're
right?
Gemini rising too, right? And but you
Mm-hmm.
do have a lot of water and fire in your chart, so I know
I
that.
did.
Again, I'd have to count it to see what's the most dominant. But I know you're very Pisces. You're very
Mm-hmm.
Pisces.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm very Gemini, but I have a lot of fire in my chart. I don't know, but basically, what it is that someone's going to be predominantly one element. So you don't just look at your sun. You're going to be predominantly one or two elements. All right. And then how you operate within that with another person, that's going to show you how much harmony you have in your life. Now, within friendships, you could actually help stimulate certain parts of yourself. If it was partnerships, you could actually have a lot of conflict. If there's too much, if one's primarily water and one's primarily fire, there will be like a lot of passion or sexual chemistry,
Mm.
intensity, a lot of push and pull, but you might like blow up in each other's faces. So
Oh.
yeah, because what I would say the biggest thing I want to say on that is so fire and air go together very well because they're very expansive. They want to
Mm.
create, they want to explore, they kind of just want to continue to go, and they have all this energy that wants to ramp up. And earth and water, a lot of times they want things to ground or to be smooth or consistent. They want to
Mm.
attach, right? So you have these attachment frequencies, and then you want these expansion frequencies. Um, and they kind of like get it, like one's running away and someone says, please come back, please come back. And so the
That's
fire
sad.
and the air can go and explore together, and then the earth and the water can attach together. They can go, ah, yes, this is comfortable, I like this, I like this.
Oh.
So you're looking at multiple dynamics, but in numerology and in astrology, if someone has too much expansion numbers and another person has too many grounding numbers, their energy wants to do opposite things, and they feel like annoyed or frustrated by each other rather than, wow, you allow me to be myself. So
Mm.
it's very interesting. And
Yeah.
so, yeah,
I
steam,
I love to,
steam.
I'm going to stay with the steam. I'm going to take the steam. I absolutely love when they said that, though. It made sense to me. Like, but I understand wholeheartedly what you're saying. I really do. I
It
really
depends
do.
where what is. Like it's usually so I'll say this too again. Usually you have to look at your Venus sign or your Mars sign with your partner. And if
Mhm.
you like one has fire and one has water, oh, there's gonna be some misunderstandings. Again, with Mars, if one has water and one has fire, there might be prone to be misunderstandings, even though the chemistry is good. So there's a lot of little things you're gonna be looking out for, if that makes sense.
Well, you have me looking at everything every time I talk to you.
Look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that.
And my mind is like blown. I'm like, okay, today's a good number. Is it what day is this today?
So with numerology, it's an attitude 6. It's a personal day of 8. And then I guess yeah, we're in a life path of 5. So this is good. This is a great day for attracting alive. 6 is about service, how we take care of others, how we share our gifts. And
Mhm,
5 is attracting the energy where
mhm,
people are going to pop in and out, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to be creative, and we're going to be fun with things, and we're going to bounce
mhm.
around. So it's very good energy for service and also public energy.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
I
I
love
could just
that.
say it like that. Jesse says, I'm mostly water with a dash of fire. It could be chaotic. Well, yeah, you have an intense personality. You have an intense personality, Jesse. He's like, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure, he's a Scorpio stellium. So this
Man,
is
you remember Jesse like that. I love that. I love that you remember him that way. Jesse, we love you, Jesse.
Jesse. So he's intensity. But I want to say hello to everyone in the house too. Jesse, hello. Cheyenne, hello.
Cheyenne.
Paula,
Hey,
Denise,
Paula.
Michelle, another Gemini rising, Michelle,
Oh, I love it. Hi,
Griselda.
Griselda. Hey, girl. She's an
Myra's like Myra.
805. Myra's
What's
like,
up,
I'm a
girl?
wave.
She's
I'm a
got a lot of water in her
wave.
chart. Hello, Nettie. Hello, Allison. Hello, hello. And everyone else that was here prior, hello, hello. So,
Hello, y'all.
girl, do you want to talk about what we have going on in the year for a second, or do you just want to talk about
Oh,
energy?
yeah.
You want to talk more about
Girl,
energy?
we could do it all. Like, well, for those that are in here, right? Like, let's do you want to share some news, Miss Kelly? You want to say what's up? Yeah, right?
Sure. Yeah. So something like we're hyped to talk about is that Debbie and I, we are coming to Chicago. So I'm gonna say it to Debbie. Debbie, guess what?
What, Kelly? What?
We're going to Chicago. Debbie will call me up sometimes and do that to me, and it just cracks me up. So I was like, I'm doing it.
I said, Kelly girl. And she's like, Debbie, what? I said, Kelly.
We're going to Chicago.
Oh
Really
my
are.
God.
So there's a festival in Chicago. It's the Illuminate Festival, and it's on September 29th. It's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it's like all day long, and a lot of different classes, speakers, readers, really lovely different vendors. I know a little bit about like previous festivals. Like they have people who do chiropractic work there, sell oils, essential oils, crystals. So it's very interactive. You're not just going to be walking around. But Debbie and I are blessed to be doing demonstrations there and also offering private readings at the same time. And we will also, while we're there in September, the last week of September, we will be offering a dem at least additionally as well with just us. So we're putting that together right now. So we're going to be having more than one opportunity for you to come and be a part, if you want to, some psychic mediumship demonstrations, get a reading in various capacities.
Right. I'm excited. You know, my first big girl trip, it was like Kelly sent me my airline ticket. I was like, oh, I got an airline ticket and everything. I'm like, okay, Denise, I've not been to that before. How exciting, Denise! You got to come out and see us. I was just telling Erica too, like, Erica, you got to come out. You got to fly out, girl. Come on. Like,
so go ahead, girl.
Go ahead, girl.
We'll be in Naperville and in the northwest suburbs doing a lot of the events. So that is maybe Denise, you're that way. I don't know, but we'll be in the northwest suburbs mostly. So come on by. Come on by.
For all those that are out there, it's going to be really cool to see people that follow us, and they're going to get to pop in. My girl Tilsa, she was already like, I got your mic, because I'm doing a mediumship dem too. And so she's like, I got your mic, we got your journals, I'm bringing this. And so it's going to be really fun.
Jessica, I'm going to have to message you after that and tell you the story. I'm going to have to tell you that story.
Wait,
Jessica.
scissor hands. I love that.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands. Is that what it's from, Jessica? I'm guessing it's from the movie Edward Scissorhands. Your name. I would imagine it's very artistic, and that's a very artistic movie. Tim Burton. And greet and meet. I love it. Yeah, we're gonna try to be putting in more than one. So we're working on another one right now, but if we can do more than that, we'll be there for a week. We're seeing what we can do.
Right.
Definitely.
I mean, this whole year from like today, from this month on, every month you guys will watch us be popping in for some in-person stuff. Like even next month, I believe August 4th, I will be in Tustin with Jennifer Rose. And so we'll be at the sanctuary and we'll be doing a demonstration there August 4th. Then September, we have Chicago. October were we going to be somewhere in your area, or is it Mission Viejo out that way as our goal?
Well, that's finalizing, but yes, it's
But
coming.
oh yeah, eventually.
I need the okay from the elders. You know what I mean? And
Lots of prayers for that to happen, y'all. Lots of prayers. But and then of course, for me, I know in December we're closing way out here in my end of the neighborhood. So Kelly and Jennifer will be coming my way, which will be really fun.
Yes.
So
Hello, Michael.
Hey,
Hello.
Michael.
And Denise also said, she said that's even closer to her. So
nice.
I
Let's go. You see Denise, she's like, let's go.
It's really easier, I gotta say. I mean, like, the suburbs are much easier to get to than the city. So yeah, these are some suburb events. If you do live in the city, they're very much close to the city. So hopefully whoever is wherever, come on by. Hello, Aunt. She's like, exciting things to come. Yeah. So that's what Debbie was talking about. If you're in Southern California, Tustin, that's right by like Irvine, Costa Mesa, come on down because we are doing a dem, all three of us, like she was talking about. So it's going to be very variety packed. We're going to pack a full house. So come on by. It's going to be a good night. And are you going to talk about December yet, Debbie?
For the one that we're doing here in my area in Camarillo. So in Camarillo, it'll be Jennifer, and it'll also be Callie Brickle, where we're going to hang out, and it's girl time. We got a little kickback spot. We're going to go do some readings, and they're all for holidays, in the holidays, just to hold space, bring a little upliftment, and just be a service to the community. So I'm very fortunate to be connected to two amazing ladies who we just want to hold space and come together. It's been a great year. It's been a great many years, but like to now get out there in public and to go from one spot to another, this is just another bonus, and I can't be more grateful to be part of your journey, Kelly. Thank you.
Absolutely. You know, we're walking down the path together, and yeah, that's what it is. There's gonna be dems every month starting in like
August next month. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like January. It doesn't feel like July. It doesn't feel like July. I mean, weather-wise, it does, but other than that, wow. Yes. So, and I love it, Jessica. So you asked her about Edward Scissorhands, and she says because she cuts hair. Because in the movie,
yeah, she's cutting all the trees. Exactly. That's how I feel like with my energy at times. I'm like, cutting the ethers.
Are you what like you're trimming your energy or what?
I'm putting the energy out to dissolve into beautiful love. I'm cleaning my energy out.
I can't even say the word. When you cut, it's like I know what it is. It's just like the trimming of the trees, so you're gonna trim your aura.
I did. I was like, and you know, sometimes we're extracting energy I remember the other day I was extracting in my class. I was like, okay, extract these roots. Let's go, to the energies. And then my spirit team's like, Debbie, we don't have any more to extract.
Well, not at this moment.
This moment, yeah.
There's only so much.
I thought it was super cute.
There's only so much. Michael Christopher's in the house.
What up, Michael?
What is up is right. Jennifer, hello.
Hi, Jen. It's so late where you are, girl. Thank you for being here.
That's some night owls in the UK. So everyone from the UK, thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's talk. Do you want to talk a little bit of energy, and then we're going to go into some readings?
Okay.
If anyone has a question, I mean, someone was talking really quick a question about yoga. We're not yogis. but someone was saying, would yoga be helpful for a painful body, nerve-ending pain and nervous system, and a nervous system that has been injured? Yes, because anytime you are associating with your physical body and working with it and opening up energy, it's going to teach you about yourself. It's going to strengthen, it's going to ground you. It's a
Yeah.
let's go that direction. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not a yogi, but for thousands of
Girl,
years, people have healed through that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
right. Between that and then I was like, there's this lab out here that they have, which is a stretch lab, and they're like literally stretching you, almost like a physical therapy. So even getting into physical therapy, if you have nerve pain, maybe your insurance would cover it. Like start within your own doctor, get that checked out, have them give you a referral so they can start working with your muscles and your tissues and all that. But I was like, oh, I need someone to go and stretch my, just hold my leg and stretch it this. I'm so lazy. Like, can you just stretch it this way? Your girl needs to be stretched out.
We all
I know
need
I
help.
could do it myself.
We all need help. We all need help. But I know at least two people who actually one's a professional yoga teacher and the other one is a medium, and they both have been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and they've had that diagnosis for 20 plus years, and they use yoga like as a way to heal themselves, and that's the only reason they're still functional walking. And you would never know it. You would never know
Right.
it. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
Actually, each yoga position, there is one for each chakra. So if you really want, I mean, I know I'm always being funny or silly, but really there is different poses and stretches that you can do. Like, you can just open up your heart, that goddess pose or the sun. There are poses that you can do that open up the chest or, depending on the nerves of the spine, stretching out that, what is it? The sun position, you're stretching and I think you have your hands out. And so there are things.
Pose
Yeah.
is it called pose?
And then there's so many. What I did one time was the Kundalini stretch moves. Those are no joke, dude. I was out there at the beach one day and I was doing like a Kundalini yoga. Oh man, there's like the Sat Nam, Sat Nam, and they're like really in there, and they're literally pushing up their whole entire body and lifting it off the ground and then going back down. And I was like, I remember telling my friend, you want me to do that?
Yeah. No, seriously. I've only been in a couple of yoga classes over the years. I've done, like some things with it. It's really cool. Like my dad, growing up, he would never go to a yoga class when he was older, but every Sunday he would do like an hour of yoga because like in the 70s, he took some classes, learned some things, and just like literally had a routine. So I did a couple things like Rising Sun, I forget, but I did a couple of things growing up, and then I took a couple of yoga classes, but I really have not gotten into it. It's not been one of these days, because it's so healthy. It's so
right. So
one of
let's go into that. Yeah.
One of my friends was a Kundalini. I'm sure she still is. I haven't caught up with her in quite a bit, but a Kundalini teacher, and she like invited me to a class one of the times like years ago, and we didn't do a lot of physical movement. I mean, we did, however, we stretched, we did things, but we did a lot of, like we said, the short breaths and short movements.
Oh, the breath of fire.
We did a lot of short movements and breaths, and yet you could feel like all these different places within your muscles that were really sore. And like people who are even advanced, they're just like, oh yeah, it will make you sore. It will make you sore. So yeah, it's fascinating.
There is a gentle move. For those that are Reiki practitioners, one of the things that we could do, there's stretches, there's a meditation where you're clearing your aura field and you're just going Reiki, right? And then you're just bringing the arms out and down and you're pushing the energy down. So it's like you're bringing the up Reiki and then bringing the energy down again. It clears your energy field. So you can go through all the symbols and bring it through your energy field to clear. When I started going back into my rhythm of like stretching and all that, I actually really enjoyed the Tai Chi. You know, the slower movements, the chai tea, pushing the energy out. And I love to dance. So I'm like one to like really get in there and you know, I get into that trance and let the vibration flow through me. So I'm more of like the dancer now, but energetically, I love the Tai Chi. I love to put my hands out. I love to go to the waves because the aura holds energy, right? So the energy is real. So like if we're moving it with our hands out of the body, you know, the subtle bodies, you're really giving it an intent to clear and release. So I love doing that, and it's very natural and it's very gentle. So you're not going into like a huge, you know, strenuous exercise. So I'm like the girl that's just gonna be like, oh yeah, let's push that. Like my Jedi power is like, you're out of here. You're out of here.
I agree with you. So I think yoga is fantastic, but I've always been more into like Qigong. And Qigong, yeah, Qigong was created on Tai Chi principles. It's something within its own self, and it's actually like Qigong. There's energy healers that are Qigong based, and doctors that are Qigong based. So it's incredibly health foundational. I can't even speak right now. It's incredibly powerful with what it can do for the health. So there's physical movement, but then and they actually work with energetic movements.
Right. I agree with you, Kelly. And I was following this young kid on TikTok. Girl, he had me blown away watching. He was a young man, and he talked about that and how, you know, medically, how we hold on to energy and where it's like mapping the energy too, right? I took a really cool class with an amazing healer out here. For if you guys want to ever follow, there's a lady named Rosa Raya. And what we did was we mapped the energy to see what the root cause of it. So we follow it, and we're following to the root of where the energy stays within the body. And, you know, psychically, we're going to pick up like, okay, this is connected to this. But when you pause to take a class and that's your focus, you're like, whoa, that was connected to this emotion and connected to this story. And so there's a lot of ways, not only energetically that we can move it and we can psychically feel into it. Now emotionally, we're moving it through our thoughts and our awareness. And so energy moves also with our thoughts and the way we are making an intent to bring forgiveness and healing and acceptance and love. And so the healing journey for me, I always feel I take it day by day.
You know, day by day. Yeah. Day by day. And I just, with everyone, you know, exploring of what they want to do with their lives. I mean, there's so many crossovers with health and getting out into the world, meeting people. It doesn't have to be, oh, I have to isolate myself and work on my health, or, you know, I don't want to work on my health right now. I'm stressed out. I just want to have fun with my friends. They can all go together. You know, with the yoga classes, the Tai Chi classes. And someone was talking about like something good for nerve pain and nerve damage, and like even just acupuncture. And with Qigong, you're going to be learning a lot about acupuncture points.
Yeah.
Insurance most times covers acupuncture.
Right. Everything I did in my journey, I used my insurance. I used acupuncture, chiropractic. I did the yoga. I did even what I was supposed to do it today. And I don't know, babe, you have to see how this feels. I have some numbness issues that I work through. And I love to go into the cold plunge, but it makes me nervous because, you know, with my body, I was told to do it. It cleanses the aura for me like that meditation to go in. You have to hit the thyroid. And the lady like who I go to, she totally is like a cheerleader. And I'm looking at her like, no, girl, I'm a cheerleader. And I'm like looking at her like, no, I can't. I'm going in like that. Like, hold up. She's like, put your hand in.
I haven't done it, but it's incredibly good for you. Is that covered by insurance for you, the cold plunge?
No, it isn't.
Oh, yeah. What? That's awesome.
I actually pay a fee per month and I get like packages. But what's really cool is that I just bought myself an infrared light too for like the skin and the collagen and like all of that. Like I was using it for my Reiki clients and my clients that come in. So like Spirit's showing me even those jade heating pads to go underneath the massage table that are like have the crystals on it. Oh girl, Spirit be talking. And I like it for me.
Spirit be talking about like all these health different, things we can do. I mean, have you ever done a float lounge where you are floating in thousands of pounds of salt within like a water
Oh,
chamber, like a
I
sensory deprivation? Have you ever
seen
done that?
that. I seen that, and I almost did it. My mom, where she stayed, it was like right across the way, and I would always be scared because it was ran by a guy, and I was like, I don't want to go there by myself.
Well,
I'm
you
50.
can go in with a swimsuit, or you can just
Well,
swim
it
in
wasn't even that, girl. It was like,
that.
you want to put on my bathing suit? People are looking. I'm like, girl, you got
No,
to
it's
my lunch.
all isolated.
So bad.
I used to do those all the time, because we we're talking about
No,
self-care.
I'm messing with you, Kelly.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
no,
I know
no.
you're messing with you. You're messing. I can't even speak today. You're messing with yourself, Debbie. I know you're joking, but we're sharing kind of, we need to do things and other people need to do things just to continue to come back to themselves, ground, be good to their energy. And so we're talking about some of the stuff we've done. That's what we've
This
like
is
kind of
actually,
into.
yeah.
And I used to go every week. There was a place by me and it like shut down and I was like, this is BS. Like I mean, myself. I'm like, this is so BS. But I used to go every week because I had like this package, right? And but I've been to multiple facilities and everything is separate. So you have your own room and there's multiple rooms and they give your own room. And then you can it's just, how can I put it? You can go into the pod, you can close the pod, you can leave the pod
I've seen
open.
It's kind of scary because you're like in a huge tube.
You can leave it entirely open. They basically,
I would.
Black, you leave the door open, and even if it's pitch black, there's colors and music in there.
Yes. I love that. But it's so
awesome.
true. These are the things that we do to take care of our auric field. Totally. What you said was something I wanted to do. That was probably the one thing I haven't done. So the self-care, how are we managing? I was inside the UFO, right, Jessica? What was this today?
She's talking about a dream. Today I had a dream of me laying down, looking up at the stars, laying down, and the stars were everywhere. It was beautiful, and saw 2 UFOs passing by when I raised my hand up and communicated with them through light. Ooh, cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then she's talking about, then next thing I know, I was up inside a UFO.
I've had those dreams. Those are fun. It's like astral projecting out in the air, like woo, like gliding. Those are the best. Enjoy it.
Have you had? I want to talk about her dream too, but you're making me think. Have you ever had a dream, or when you're about to fall asleep, like before you're gonna dream, you can actually feel your body rising. You can feel your body rising. So I've had that a couple times where I actually can feel my consciousness leave my body, and it feels like I'm actually not in my body, but I'm still like awake. So I can actually my eyes and where I'm like lying, because if you're laying in bed, you start to rise and you're still lying in bed looking at the ceiling. I've looked to left and right and I'm literally like floating, and that's my energy. That's me, not my body. It's so cool.
It is. And it actually can scare you too, because I remember being in the car and that happening. And it's like, is the car moving? Like, what happened? Like, hold up, ground, girl, bring it back. And when the energy rises in that way, you know that you are definitely expanded, right? You've expanded your awareness, you've expanded your consciousness. And it's just like, it's a very calming, soothing feel, right? It's just like, yeah, girl, I love it.
When you find yourself rising out of your body, I know I've been, the first time I'm like, oh, this is weird. And I snap back in. And the second time I was like, oh, this is cool. Let's go up. And I'm like, oh, I'm really like, it's on. This is not my imagination. Like, this is real. Like,
listen, girl.
Point, you kind of freak yourself out, even though you're okay, and you feel yourself snapping back in your body, and that's a little bit like, okay.
So when I fly with you, you need to make sure you stay in your body, because I'm following your lead, okay? Because I'm the one that's always out of my body. Between both of us, we got each other.
Imagine being okay, because we're all, depending on the day, all of us are not completely in our body for multiple reasons, and what we're normally used to doing with our body too. But imagine if you're not just, let's say, a half of inch, a little bit dislocated. Imagine if you're 5 feet above your body. You'd be like, no, no.
Right.
And then she's talking about the dream. I was lying down and had a thin cloth cover my face. I could see through. Oh, she's talking about being in the spaceship, and the small aliens were to my left and the big ones to my right. It was very interesting. You've had alien dreams, Debbie?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. This is very intimate. We're going into the
now you're getting into my personal brain
we're
here.
into the recesses of Debbie's dream catalog.
It's very interesting because they would come and they would like hook on and like zoom and we're cleaning the energy. We go hook it up and I'll be flying with them and they're talking to me and I'm like, okay, peace out. I'm sleeping. Don't bug me right now. And they're like, this girl does not listen. Yeah, you're coming again. What do you want? I'm sleeping.
Wow, they wanted you up in the spaceship, but you wouldn't wake up. I ain't coming.
No, and they're like, this one is a bad seed.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It was fun. This is the beauty, right? When we're dreaming or when we're connecting and whatever stage that we're going into, our body is receiving that energy and we're receiving the impressions and we're taking it to the higher plane. So really there's a gift in that, right? It's almost like we go through these journeys and you want the teacher to teach you, but you are actually being taught by spirit. And spirit, as they come to you, you're actually taking the rights and the steps to understand the journey within. You're going from one plane to the next plane, to the next plane, to the next plane. And so congratulations, Jessica. You're obviously in the star, that star nation. You're connected to the galactics and your higher ETs or, alien life force of where you are. That is a journey that your intelligence, that they are working with you on a different magnitude of more of a lighter, we don't mean to tap in, but more of a speed, lightning speed connection. I feel like you have a voice to speak or you have a voice that you connect, and they work with us on our voice box. They work with us, and this is what I'm getting for you, love. So they're tuning or fine-tuning your hearing, and they're fine-tuning your speaking, your throat. So I feel like you actually made an intent to connect, to be a medium or to do the work. And because of this, they are fine-tuning you as you're up in that field. So that's what I'm getting for you as I tap into that. But there is everyone graduates. And so when you ask for a teacher, they're holding space to allow the energy to come in, but you're actually doing the walk and experiencing it within those worlds.
I love that you said that, because when we are remembering our dreams and can interact and we can actually feel other beings coming to us, whether it's angelic or ET, extraterrestrial, or something else, spirit, right? Loved ones. We really are opening the channel. And so a lot of psychic mediums do have dreams where they have had these experiences with other beings. Absolutely. That is a part of being open to what's out there, being open to the truth. Because it's not just Earth, everybody.
No. And if you're going into the consciousness, right? What we're doing is we're programming ourselves to a new frequency of vibration. Even if you're asleep, we're getting the healing when we're sleeping. We're getting the downloads when we're asleep. Our body, how many times have you woken up with numbness in your arms or your body, because spirit is working through you. Always go through the doctor to make sure there's nothing wrong. But at the end of the day, that is also, if you believe in that spiritual healing of surgeries, that that connection of working and moving structures. I don't know about you guys, but when I first started meditation, energy is real and it hurts. And when I say it hurts, it's moving stuff out and it hurts. Your body will hurt. You could feel things pulled and moved, and things that have you been holding on to energetically, have you ever felt like when your stomach just hurts and you're like, oh, my stomach hurts, and it'll hit you the wrong way? It ain't no joke. Like, we talk about it, but when your body responds to it, you're gonna know. Like, I even had like dry heaving. Have you ever had dry heaving when you're like wanting to throw up? The energy, like, oh man, what was that? And when it happens, I just say, thank you, God, thank you, get it all out, let's go, let's do this. And so whatever pushes through me, I say it's going, let's do this, let's go. I welcome the purge. I do.
Yep. The bathroom is your friend when you're a healer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I welcome the purge every time, every chance I get. Let's go.
I don't want it like the movie The Purge, but I welcome the energetic purge.
I was thinking of something.
What?
I'm gonna say, hey Joe, what's up, Mr. UK? Hey Joe, what's up?
Hello, Joe. Amara is saying, yes, I've had a dream feeling myself leaving my body and flown up into the ceiling and saw my body asleep on the bed with the light on my nightstand, everything as I remember before sleeping. Yes, that is real, for real. I love that people are talking about their experiences. Jesse's talking about for ETs. I've seen ETs in my next door neighbor's house. They were glowing blue, and I seen and heard a loud vibration, and then I was knocked out. Whoa, that's intense.
Right. I would definitely look up the Palladians for you, Jesse. That's what comes up to me. The Palladians, yeah. And then I have a friend who takes pictures and she gets them. She sees them, and it's crazy. So did my spirit go up, or did they abduct you? How do you want to handle that, girl? What does your conscience tell you? What does your spirit say? You're obviously still here, right?
I don't think if you're not, so she said she wasn't afraid. Okay,
no,
so
she's good.
If you're not afraid, then that's just the contact of sharing consciousness. And so, soul respects space, and no one can get into your space without your consent, like from a spiritual standpoint. And a lot of this stuff is telepathic communication and sharing of energy through visual sounds and feelings.
Right.
And so a lot of it is, hi, you can hear me, or they will share energy with you, and it'll unlock something within you too, and you might give something to them of benefit as well, a different way of viewing, seeing, living. So if you had such a positive kind of feeling, then absolutely no, it's just a share. It's just an energetic sharing.
Right. What comes to mind for you again, Jessica, is ancient codes. So, when we're doing soul work, if you believe in like Isis, I'm getting like the Egyptian, it's like soul retrieval, soul work, healing, the deeper, you're on your soul, you're doing work for your soul, love, is what I'm getting. So I would look up like the pyramids, I would look up the timelines of Egypt and how that resonates for you. Like, every time we get a dream, we have to unfold it just as we were a message. If spirit was to give us a little breadcrumb, we have to sit with that breadcrumb and feel into it and see, what does this mean? What are they trying to say to me? And look at what highlights to you, for me, I'm getting like diamonds, so for me, it's like the crystalline grid and going into those ancient codes and going into the deeper, for me, that's like the goddess womb of the energy, right? So if that makes sense for you, love, that's what I'm getting.
Absolutely. Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, are you there right now? Are you in the house? Elizabeth is a fantastic psychic medium healer. I love her. Girl, if you're in the house, let me know.
Yeah. Hi, Elizabeth.
I'm saying hi to her, though. Pop back in if you're still there, Elizabeth. Yes. Elizabeth, one of these days, do you want to come on and do some readings?
Yeah.
I'm putting her on the spot, asking her.
Love you, girl. Jump in with us. Come on, girl. Send her the link, Kelly, girl.
If she wants to, she's more than welcome. If Elizabeth, if you ever would like to come on, please. Yeah.
She said sure. Come on. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right. Come on down.
Come on down. I would love to have Elizabeth on.
We will talk. All right.
She's awesome. She's an angel. I met her at the Journey Within. What year was it? can't even, 2015? Something like 2015. Yeah, like when Janet Novak was,
Right.
yeah,
Running
running
it.
the Journey Within, and yeah, it was
I,
awesome.
t- I took a lot of online classes there. She says, Soul Sister.
I was just about to say Soul Family too,
Soul
but yeah, I'm
Sister,
like bouncing
Soul
around
Sister.
with energy. Yes, exactly. What were you gonna say, Debbie? I'm so sorry. I'm just
No,
acknowledging.
girl. Elizabeth, girl, come on in, girl. No, don't feel sorry. I love conversations. Let's do it. Let's go.
She's awesome. She's awesome. Really quick, I'm popping up to, so Jesse was talking about, yeah, he's just experienced some intense things. Jesse Cat. I've been watching Egyptian stuff on TV.
Yeah, I figured
What,
that.
oh, connecting that to like,
The Egyptian time.
extraterrestrial and everything. That's
This
very
is
fascinating itself.
this is a perfect example. And I have a friend that's watching. Spirit will have you watch things will come up that you need to be mindful of. To it's like already planting the seed energetically, right? So then everything you do is a connection to spirit. You just gotta pay attention to those subtle nudges, right? I just got home. What are we doing here? We're just rocking it, girl. Annie, Annie knows. Miss Erica, she knows, So Erica, um, you know, I feel like when we're all getting the knowledge, it comes to us in many forms. It really does. Whether it's through the dreams and the nudge of the subtle thoughts of like, I got to do this today, I got to do that. Like we're feeling also into the planets. Like Callie's the planet girl. For me, I'm just like, oh, it's just another manic Monday. What's that song? I'm just feeling in the energy, and I'm like, yep, this is the energy today. So I put the finger in chest the air and see, yep, I'll be all right. Now, Callie will look it up on her chart. She'll know the moon's here and the sun's there. And I'll be like, well, Callie, girl, am I going to be okay?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I definitely do love astrology. I got to get learning about my transits. I know just very little about transits. So I'll pull from other areas. It's very true. Like, I want to encourage people, we don't have to be experts in all things, but let's say so I'm not an astrologist, but I've been studying astrology for many years, but there's certain pockets I'm really good at, right? So
Right.
I'll take the pockets that I know, and then I'll apply that to some information that's incoming. And yeah, I can get a lot. Just like you might be a healer in one category, right? Well, use what you know in that one category and lend the knowledge into another different category and see what you can pick up. And that's what I'm a big fan of. I'm a huge fan of.
Right.
And energy just opens up doors to different places.
Right. I was guided today, this week, from my guides to ask a friend to help me with some astrology. And so the minute the energy came in, I was like, okay, that's enough. I don't want to know no more. Let me study just this.
Why don't you want to know no more?
Because I want to really dedicate myself to understand the one portion first. Like I want to really, I have so many different projects and I just want to focus. And I want to give it my dedication and my time to say, okay, I understand this part now, And then they gave me another thing to look. I'm like, okay, stop. That's enough. I have homework. Yeah, hey, Arlene.
Why were you like, no, stop? Was it just like, was it information overload?
Maybe I was feeling the energy of like so much that can come from this person. And it was like so much knowledge. And like, hold up. Hold a minute. Let me get some groove. Okay. Anyways, that's how I felt.
That's how you felt. You got to honor with how you feel.
I just need to make sure I pay attention.
There's just so much to do. I think, Debbie, you let me know when you want to go into readings, but like, there's just so much to do because as a Gemini rising, especially if you have Gemini in your chart, there's a part of you that will go, okay, I want to learn about this and I want to learn about that, and that's so cool. And you keep adding on things, and it's just like the mental catalog or the mental kind of library of your head. It's just packed.
Right.
And there's always something to do. So there's areas that I do really enjoy, but I love qigong. I don't really have time to really study qigong. I love acupuncture. I know things, but I don't really have time to study. I'm in other 5 different other places, you know what I mean? But there's all this goodness out there, and it's so exciting. It's so fun, and maybe 10 years from now, I will integrate that the way that I want to, or maybe I
Right.
won't. It's
Right.
just at least I'm never bored. I'm never bored.
Right. And I find myself actually, like many of us, we all follow the moon or we follow the sun and we follow the big things, you know, new moon, full moon, eclipse. And our body is obviously going to be like, oh my God, it's a full moon. We're going to throw our crystals out. We're going to do let go and we're going to burn stuff up. And so as the journey passes, we start to find a gentler way to work with the energies. And for me, I really love to attune to the planets, even though I'm not an astrologist energetically. My body will, like, let's say we're in Venus. I'm like, ooh, let's bring in that love of Venus. Let me sit on the planet. Let me absorb the frequency and vibration that comes with this energy. Or let me go to Jupiter, you know. And I know, like Kelly says, I have a lot of Pluto and I'm a hardcore Mars and all this stuff. But she's like, that's your feistiness. I'm like, well, let me go back to Venus. Let me bring in the love.
Girl, your Venus is in Pisces. Like,
I know,
that's
girl.
placement. That's like a placement that can give like very intense, very surrendering, very selfless and empathetic intensities of love when you're locked in. It's a very powerful placement. It's a very good
Right.
placement.
Remember, we were channeling the bees and the honey when that happened. What was it? What was it? The Venus and
You tell me,
yeah.
girl. You tell me, Queen Bee
Woo.
energy. We were talking. Yeah, we were talking about something. Why
Yeah.
can't I remember it? But I like vaguely remember it. Sparked my memory. What were we talking
So a
about?
couple months ago, I think it was when it was in Venus. We were in Venus a couple months back. And I'm like, ooh, the honey, the bees, and I was channeling all the goodness. So, see, I'm not an astrologist, but I was all up in there in that love with the Venus energy and bringing it down, and because we all channel the universe. So, this is a perfect example of how the energy flows through us and works through us.
It's so exciting because like the planets and numbers, because we're really how can I put this? Like we're built up with all these energy sequencing codes. And so numerology really helps break down some of those codes. And the planets, like they exhibit and they beam out these codes to the planet and the universe. And it's kind of like we were talking once. The astrologers are the magicians that know the spells of the planets, right?
Oh, we definitely talk about the magicians. They're, you know, these astrology people, they know when to execute something. They know when to back it out, you know, to like, hold up, I can't interact with this energy today. It's not a good day. So it's like sometimes though in real life, we don't got those moments to like back it up. We got to still participate. We still got to show up for the game. But how you play the game based on the energies is the ultimate key, right? So like if I'm point guard, I know where to throw the ball. If I'm your defense, I got your back, you know. So Kelly McGirl, you know, we got to play the game. We just got to learn how that backyard. What is it?
We like
Energy.
to know. We like to know the codes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Okay, well let's go ahead,
what?
Kelly. Go
No,
ahead.
you go. You said you go, girl.
You know, there ain't no secret. You just say, I'm open. Let's go. Download and let the energy attune to the energies of the day and allow your body. Think about it this way, right? I attune to spirit world. I attune to the energy. So I am blending with all of it, right? And so if you're naturally, it's like the energy, your body, and it becomes this force, a life force of all this greatness. And so it's like it can't really affect you because you've already blended in it. So it's like I already carry it. What you gonna do to me? What you got? What you got? I take it back. Tap tap delete because I don't want no lessons there.
Oh, they'll be like, let me send you this.
Let me show you what you got. What I really got. They're just
like,
kidding, spirit.
Don't worry, only transform you. You'll be like limping and rolling on the ground to work. You know.
Like, how's your spiritual journey going?
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Well, that's what it is. I mean, like, so we're transforming. So there's always this higher energy shaping us. You know,
Mhm.
whether it's this collective or something like God or something even like planetary, right? There's these different levels that shape us, and uh, a single planet or a single star has an immense battery of energy, and if they are fixated, or if the celestial body is fixated on you, watch out.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I don't want to challenge the cosmos. I
Yeah, we
am
won't
the
challenge. I don't
soul
challenge.
of this
I
being right
embrace it. I say, come back,
now.
come back. Don't go, please come back. I'll embrace the stars and the light and the planets.
You're like waving a white flag. I'm a
I'm
friend. I'm a friend.
surrendered. You said it's in my chart. It's what I do. I'm a surrender.
Oh, yes. She's Mars. She's Mars in the first house. She loves to challenge. She loves to compete. She loves to it's warrior energy. It's like, let's go and do
Yes.
this, or like I'm up for it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Right. I remember I had a job in my 20s, y'all. I was working over here at the what they call, it's one of those programs where you go to the fires, right? I hired those to go work in the fires and like to clean up the brushes and all that. And they're like, "Girl, okay, so like if we have this emergency, like I'm the recruiter, I'm hiring and working driving all these different places and meeting people, right?" And so they're like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get the dirt. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm a player. I got you. I got your back." So that's what we do as goddesses. We just jump into it and we take care of each other. That's how we roll.
Well, I mean, you definitely, with Venus and Pisces, you'll dive in deep. You know, everyone, like for instance, it would depend on what's in your chart. It will depend on what's in your chart. But let's say if you have Venus and Gemini, unless you had a very, very special soul bond, a Venus and Gemini, with the way that they would use their love, would be like, let me observe, let me learn about this. I'll dive in if this is, my person, or these are my people, but other
Right.
than that, I will try to help, and maybe I can think my way through, or maybe I can, offer you somebody who would dive all the way in. But a Venus and Pisces,
Right.
they will dive all the way in, and they will sacrifice.
I sacrificed, I have, but I've also learned boundaries, and I know when to call another person to help a person out, definitely. So not every area is my area. And that's for the beauty of having so many other healers and so many other intuitives and people that are specializing, whether you're an astrologist. I know that's not my area. Let me hook you up with somebody, I know I'm not a numerologist. Let me give you Kelly. Do I get the information? Most definitely. But why not go to the expert, right? Why not go to the person that is, this is what they train for. This is how what they specialize. That's what I do. Like, there was a girl who's a dream analysis, Jessica, there's another Jessica that I followed, and she was like, she can unfold, the dreams instead of Googling it. In her intuition and her knowledge, she knows how to break it down. So there's a field for all of us. So it really depends, but I enjoy
It
it.
really does depend.
Hmm.
Girl, we talk about astrology a lot, and I've done like numerology for you in very various places, but I really got to do like your chart, because there's so many crossovers with why you would do what you would do. But yeah, you're
I don't
just,
know, y'all. She wants to figure out what's in the brain. Do I let her? She's like, between the brain, the astrology, the numbers, and she's like, this is when Debbie's going to do this. This is when. Do it before we go to Chicago, so we'll know how to, like, when we go out, and we know when we can go out and when we can't go out.
well, I already know that. I already know that. I can
You do?
actually.
You didn't tell a
Yeah,
girl?
I told you I have your cycle numbers. Remember when we're planning things, I said that's a good day for you. Oh, and that's an okay day for me, or that's a great day for you guys. Are gonna rock it on this day, or you'll rock it on that day. Your energy will be
Mm-hmm.
highest at peak.
You
Yeah,
have. You have done that. But I didn't know
yeah.
you planned it out for Chicago already. So I didn't know that you already had the dates already like set up.
Well, some of those things are planned like that, but I'll tell you what. So it's like with Chicago, because we did everything around an event that the event chose that day. So while we're planning, so when we're doing the dems, because we're solidifying dems right now, there's certain days where I go, oh, okay, heads up, there's this energy, and then I will try to negotiate with like you or whoever we're finalizing things with to make sure certain dates do or don't happen. Correct. Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
believe it. She's like, I got you, girl. I said, okay, Kelly. She does, and she does. We did our tickets, and she's like, okay, I got this. She got us a great deal. We got a place to stay, and she's got me in the suburbs. So like, I can't be mad at that. Like, I can't be mad at that. We're gonna be with family. We're gonna hang out with mom and dad. I'm expecting breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, I'm just kidding.
You'll be well fed. You'll be well
Girl,
fed. You'll never starve with me or my family. You'll be very well fed.
I definitely have my proteins. I have my proteins. I'm like, okay, I need to take this. I need to take that.
Same here. It's very protein. I cannot handle sugar. Like I will literally I get so dizzy from sugar, girl. I have to be a health nut or I wouldn't be able to function. My body just does not like sugar. Eric does great on sugar. It depends on like a lot of different things. Sometimes your astrology or numerology would actually highlight what you're not good with sugar or you are good with sugar. So you could like actually go into that. Also like body types or it's very interesting, like coffee.
But it's true. It's so true, Kelly. Like astrology has a huge role. I mean, I don't know how we got deep in this conversation, but it really does have a strong role. And I actually bought a book, and it was about understanding the body and how to move and what to eat and how to harness the energy for the healing of ourselves based on the planetary and our chart. Bye, love. I believe you. You're trustworthy. I believe her. She's trustworthy. I thought you were leaving. Yeah. So yeah. I agree. I agree with you, Kelly. Though there is a way to anchor that energy to heal. There is, and there's foods to eat, things to avoid, how our body responds to how we're eating, and the stretching and the different suggestions, whether it be yoga or more endurance and. It's going to talk about what our body feels, the fatigue. So there are some good informations out there for sure.
Yes. And so I will say this, everybody's so different with what they need within their body. There's universal things that just are healthy, sure, but everyone has a different energetic and physical makeup. So what's going to work for one person is just entirely different sometimes.
Right.
And regardless, when you are learning about energy, you have to take care of yourself. So even though you might have different practices than me or Debbie, when you become a psychic medium or a healer or an energy worker, you have to have care and routine, and you have to change your diet. You have to change what you're doing. It's just, it might be different than what we're doing. You have to though.
Right. I've been on a whole, I would say the last 2 months working out, hiking, walking. I've been, my food intake has changed because for all of you who follow my journey, I have actually made an intent to do more physical events and to get my body prepared to be able to take the endurance of what's going to be required of me for me to be in a person dam, to be able to hold the link, to hold the space, and to be able to honor the energy in the way that it needs to come in. So I've been really, I'm even on a juicing right now. Like my friend made me a little watermelon juice, and, apples and spinach. And I'm like, girl, are you sure? Like I can't mix it with water. I mix it with water, like baby sips. And I'm really taking time. And like my spirit team, your team will have you. My team said, go cold plunge. And I didn't do it today, but it's going to clear the work because we're also holding the residue or the debris of all our conversations and energies. And so I went into a sound healing yesterday, and that the vibration of the music pushes the energy off. So it's really giving your body permission to exist with the energy and also to release the energy. So give yourself permission to be in all those different stages and experience it in the best way that your body's ready to anchor it.
Yes, absolutely. We're learning how to move energy. Jessie Cat says, I want to understand when they say the day you're born and the moon sign is important. For example, I'm a Gemini and my moon is in Libra. So I'm trying to understand this. We have 2 signs. Oh, we have many signs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
get a chart.
Yeah. You can get a chart for your chart reading for free, like to look at what you have, but an astrologer will actually be the one to interpret that and teach you what it means, or be very specific with some findings with you, where they literally can do a reading on just your energy. So it can get very, very fascinating if you have a good astrologist, and that's where the magic happens. But you can get your actual chart for free. And so the luminary planets, they say, are the most important. So that is your sun, your moon. That's me, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. Those are the most influential for your personality. And then also your rising sign. It's not a planet, but that's super, super, super important to who you are. So you have to learn about those for yourself, and you're going to have multiple signs, and that's how your energy works largely. So it's not just your moon, and it's not just your sun sign. You're going to have more than one. And if you have a stellium, you might have like for instance, some people have their moon, their Mars, their Venus, and their sun all in the same sign. And so they're very predominantly one way. And so it's not like that for most people, but it does happen for some people. Yeah.
Do you have anybody that you would recommend for people to like see for an astrologist? Like who would you suggest that you? I know there's a Michael Miles really good. If you guys anyone knows Michael Miles, Brandy Kahn, she's also really cool. So everyone, there's so many people who are so intelligent that really focus and dedicate themselves to this. Kelly, do you suggest anyone?
There's a bunch of people. It depends on like what you're looking at too. Like so some people might be wondering about, let's say, who they are, and that's a natal chart reading. Some people might be wondering what's coming up within my year, right? And why did my past happen the way that it happened? So past, present, and future. That's a transit astrologer. And most astrologers do a little bit of everything, but there's people who specialize in certain areas more than others. And then there's relationship astrology. So that's synastry astrology. And someone who comes to mind that I think is really great for synastry astrology, and that's also like composite charts and things like that. So that's if you're looking to like you want to understand who your mom is or your dad is, or how a relationship is and how compatible it is. That's all synastry astrology. Jewel Mayberry is wonderful. Jewel Mayberry is wonderful for synastry astrology. Michael Mayo is really great.
Yeah.
Really good with like transits. And like
there's a Vedic and a Vedic astrology. Isn't there like a Vedic astrology as well?
Yeah, I don't know offhand. I've been actually told some names of fantastic Vedic astrologers. I can't recall them currently.
Right.
People are like, check this person. I have a friend who's a medium, and she's like, for Vedic astrology, check this person out. He's amazing. I can't think of his name.
My friend, I had mine done a long time ago. Never had it. And my friend Mark, the Midwest William, what I enjoyed his was because he actually put it in a recording. And so, sometimes we get overwhelmed with all the information and the charts and how they're written. And for me, I got the recording, I got the playback. It was actually very informative. And then they gave me different ideas of what I could be. Like there was a little bit of a read in that as well. So I appreciate the connection in that way of the astrology. So Brandy Kahn, as Stacia said, Brandy Kahn, she also connects to the star seeds, so she does the Arcturians, she does the downloads. So she's very much connected to the star seed energy. So she's an amazing medium as well. I love her.
I don't know if she specializes, but I know she connects to those energies with Arcturians, absolutely. And she's a medium, and she does healing work too. Brandy's just a fantastic person. So she's very, very, very talented. And through the school, like Lisa Williams, a fantastic astrologist, is Iris Libby. She specializes in transits, I believe. Even though she hits multiple areas too as well. She's a fantastic person. Elizabeth is talking about Pam Gregory. That's a very well-known astrologist. I don't know her personally, but a lot of people love Pam Gregory and have gotten fantastic.
I just wrote her name down. I wrote her name down, Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth, for that.
Yes.
Hey,
so Wait, Kev Lewis, Hogarth is an incredible Vedic astrologer. I have to look him up too. He's a
I'm
channel of
writing it down.
Global Astrology. And good eve, Debbie and Kelly. Hello, Kevin. It's great to have you in the house. Hello.
Yes, and Kevin's an
Hello.
amazing medium as well, who's going to be in Chicago the weekend that we're going to be in Chicago. So he's going to be out there, I believe, a couple of days before us, and they're doing their retreat. So, Mr. Kev, don't be surprised. They might come by and say, what's up?
That's right. That's right. We got to support each other. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Right?
Let's see. Elizabeth really quick says there's a great book called The Rising Sign to Start. Pam Gregory on YouTube. So that people are giving shout outs for people that they love.
I love this.
Yeah, those are the names I can think of. There's so many more names, but those are the big ones. And then with like numerology for everybody.
Callie Brickle.
Yeah, I have to make more numerology, like actual I have numerology content definitely out there. Definitely. I do numerology hour every week practically.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have some videos of breaking that down, but I need to put more numerology content out there because I actually do know a whole bunch, but I'm not sharing it as much as I should.
Right.
But yes, you can do. I have extensive options of having numerology chart readings on my site. So if you're looking for relationship, like transits with astrology, with numerology, or your natal with numerology too as well, I do all those. And I would say I'm really good with transits in numerology and natal. Natal, and it's so funny because I'm a hardcore relationship reader. I read a lot with relationship within my psychic work. I'm really good at relationship astrology. I actually specialize in that more so, just as what I've always researched. But within numerology, I look at that definitely, but that's not an area I expect. It's so weird. It's so interesting. Anyway, I'm on a tangent, but Glynis McCants is somebody I very, very much recommend. I very much recommend Glynis McCants for
Glynis.
Yeah,
Okay.
she has 2 books out there. She's been on almost every talk show there is, but she's been in this work for a very long time, and she's incredible. So
I love it. Well, this has been fun. I mean, we went in from energy, from the new moon, now into how we take care of our energies, and now we're in a deep conversation about astrology. So this was really cool, and we got to tell you guys that we're coming to Chicago. Kelly, guess what? Guess what, Kelly?
We're coming to Chicago, and we're going to be doing a bunch of Orange County Dems.
Yes.
So we will be in the area like Tustin, and then we're working on some other cities right now. It takes time. You got to coordinate with locations and people, and so we'll continue to make some announcements. But we'll also be in Oxnard, the Oxnard area, I think.
Yes.
For a couple things too. So it's going to be good.
It's going to be fun. So we got Kelly Brickle and Jennifer Rose. You're going to just keep your eyes open for every month. We're going to be doing something. Southern California is going to be like, well, these girls are here. Check this out. I'm excited.
Sure. And then Jessica, you said, can you share her link, please? Which person are you talking? Just type them into YouTube, girl. You'll find them. I promise you. These names are big names. These names are not just a couple people here and there. Like these people have everyone we mentioned has a very built up platform, is very good at what they do.
100.
You'll be able to find them. So if you have, which name were you thinking of? Jessie Cat. And blessings, Elizabeth. We love you.
Bye, Elizabeth. Thank you, love. Blessings. Yeah, I think between you and I, that's how we roll. We work with a lot of people who have taken time to study, who really invested in their education and their knowledge. And so if we've given you a name to somebody, it's because there is a criteria that has met our needs. Let's put it that way.
That's what we're manifesting, Jennifer. Someone said would be fab if you came to the UK. We're manifesting that, aren't we?
Oh, that goal is there for many people. We have been working very hard on that. And so, Jennifer, 2025 is what we're looking at. So just hold on to those thoughts, everybody in the UK. Manifest it, because we have so many homes to visit and churches. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be fun.
We better do it soon, girl. They like you. I experienced it, and you experienced. They plan a year out, so we're already halfway into 2024.
Dude, there's no joke. There's no joke. People in the UK
we're coming for the holidays in 2025. How are we gonna get there?
Let me tell you. We know people. So like my friend Phil, we already got a spot locked and loaded. We got a spot locked and loaded. Everybody's just ready, you know. We got Fulham. Everyone's like, come on, you guys gotta make it this way. And so we gotta just put it to the ethers and to the universe that we're bringing Miss Debbie, and this is the first step. Chi-Town. give me my body this year an opportunity to fill into the airline and the waves of the air and baby steps, y'all. Baby steps. You can't take the girl out too quick. You gotta take her baby steps.
We got this. Well, it will manifest. We will figure it out. So next year, let's work. Well, that's the goal. We got to go.
That's the goal.
We got to get started now. We got to start reaching out if we're going to make it by next year.
Well, look, she's not wrong. I get calls already. People already calling me and saying, Debbie, I need to book you for next year. And I'm like, I was like, girl, I ain't got no calendar for next year. What you calling me for? I'm like, what happened?
I'm telling you, Spirit is telling you, you got to get on that. We got to get on that, seriously. Or
get down on it.
Get on it. It's going to be 2026, so we got to get on it.
Hey, no, my friend Libby Cook saw me coming. We're going to do it in 2025. So I trust my medium psychic trans girl for sure, you know, but I definitely am making it happen. So let's go.
Dolores, I almost said Dolores Cannon said, that'd be awesome. As Dolores Cannon says, if you create it and see it, it must happen. Yes. So I gotta start connecting those dots because they're there, but I have to solidify that energy. Absolutely. I hear you. I love it. Girl, we gotta do some reading. I gotta get to Costco. We gotta do some readings.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
Costco closes in 2 hours.
It's on you, girl. I follow your lead. We on psychic hour, girl. Come on. When I see this little emoji and Annie puts up, I said, leaving on a jet plane.
Don't know when I'll be back again.
Okay.
I hate to go. Okay. All right. Debbie, do you want to do the honors of picking someone or
let's see who's open. Costco. I like Costco in the morning. I don't like Costco at night. I'm a Costco girl in the morning.
I'm a Costco night girl. I really
I've been taking medium classes for a few years and I have been really working on myself. Do you see or feel my growth expanding in the future? I'm very passionate about it. So first off, can I go there? But Denise,
yeah,
can I? Okay, thank you. So Denise, the first thing is that this is really hard when we're in the journey. We don't realize that we've already been in transformation and we're in it. Because we're in it, sometimes we don't realize, like, let's go back to when you started 6 months ago. There was a transformation that took you through like a roller coaster. And I get the sense like this energy just comes in and just pushes you to go beyond your comfort, right? And so now you're speaking, now you're doing the work. So congratulate yourself, you know, like you're touching into readings, whether it's a card or you're watching us or you're learning from other people. I feel like you're on the right path. This is what's important, why we have to pause to integrate and why we should take time for us to reflect. You know, someone gave me a reading once and they're like, girl, you're in it. What are you chasing? You've made it. You're in it. You're in that transformation state. And sometimes we don't see it because we're so in it. So just give yourself a moment to pause, to ground, and to give gratitude because every day is a transformation day. Our aura changes by thought, by second. And you're not where you were when you first started. So expansion, yeah, girl, expansion. I feel like you even opened up your own business. I don't know if this was about 2 or 3 months ago or you've been had this idea to open up your own business and start offering your readings. So I want to say yes, like go for it. Congratulations.
And so, Denise, let us know if you resonate with what Debbie's saying or what I'm saying. Please let us know how this fits for you. Like, I really feel like, so you talked about the mediumship classes. I feel like you're in the energy now. And so I pulled a couple cards and I'm getting the energy to connect with you myself. But it's really showing me within the cards that I've pulled that it's not about what you're becoming. It's actually what you are now. Like, I got times I've seen
Yeah.
board card and their emplacements where it's just like that time is literally happening right now. And there had been things prior, like emotionally, that has cracked your heart open and made you more sensitive to understanding how you need to protect yourself and what love really means and what you really want. And that's coming into how you're able to be a healer within your mediumship. That has come to a conscious understanding within yourself too. And so that's in effect. And I feel like you're still healing. You're still healing, but you know you have the consciousness of it and how you want to grow and integrate that within the work. But it's already. And kind of the first card I got to like kind of tie these all in together is the last minute magic card. And this is basically saying, like, if you apply yourself and if you just do it, it will seem like I'm not ready. And you just show up and all of a sudden it's like a lightning bolt hits. And it's just like at the last second, you had exactly what you needed to do because it all converged. So this is inviting you to have the trust and the faith and just knowing that it's here. So step out on the limb and fly. That's what I'm getting for her.
Yeah, trust the process. It's very uncomfortable every time you graduate to the next level, but just push through those nerves and just do it. Even if you're afraid, just do it. Just when it makes you nervous, it's all the energies. It's all the energies you're going to work with. It's all the people you're going to connect to. And this is here a little secret, when we're getting ready to show up and we're getting ready to take the stage, right? Like Jesse says here, right? I feel like that and I'm in the stage, right? So like, let's say you got a dam, you're going to come to the dam and you wake up to all that energy. Energy's real. Like, we've already connected to the energy before you even hit the spot or before you even got to the place. So all that energy you're feeling is just push through it, stand your ground and anchor the energy in and speak. Use the words. Don't hold back. And I also just stay honest. Have fun and smile. Don't be smile, shine when you're doing it. Like it.
Sparkle and shine. That's
Sparkle
right.
and shine.
Jesse says, I feel like I'm in that stage. I love it. I'm gonna pull some cards for Jesse.
Okay. I see Jesse pulling his own cards. So
he's like, let me tap in. What's going on?
Go ahead, Miss Brickle.
Okay, cool. So I got a lot of cards and it's letting me know that it's in, like, your energy is ready, but it's also in limbo. So sometimes when we're ready, the mind's ready and the spirit is ready, but the body's not ready. Or let's say the body's ready or the mind's ready, but the spirit's not ready. So I have energies in limbo for you, Jesse. So you're right on time in the lesson of becoming. So kind of the card to put this all in place is a spiritual force card, and it's in a placement where it's like you're stabilizing your spiritual force. Okay, and this links to the cards Plutonic control. It's a very astrology card, and the health card. Okay, and so it's letting me thank you. Yeah, I was just going to talk about that. You already got it. This was in a placement that lets me know that your body is not on track. Thank you for understanding this. So, because it came in like this, right? When cards are upside down, that's a challenge or something we're working through. So it's letting me know that you have to heal the body and there has to be like routine. It's letting me know that actually your body's strong in some capacities. It's just with the food and the sleeping, the routine is not supporting the body. So the routine is not supporting the body and it's causing the body to be out of whack. And really you can actually heal and temper actually some conditions that are even coming up in relation to. Okay, so it's letting me know that there's actually some conditions that have been rising. If you can understand that with your health, that actually can be tempered with they're letting me know that your energy is very strong. So the sunlight, the proper food, the proper rest to help like anxiety. So like the meditation, the proper things in place would actually honestly eliminate some of these things rising. So I don't know if you can understand that, Jesse. But then there's also the Plutonic control. And so this card is basically about one of two things. It's when we try too hard to make sure that certain things are exactly how we think they're supposed to be. So in order to be this type of man or this type of healer, this type of, spiritual leader, I have to do these things and be this way. And that's basically saying I must transform this way, rather than letting yourself be yourself and letting God guide you, letting the universe guide you. And so it's basically letting go with your transformation and finding yourself through that, rather than trying to control your transformation. And also to understand when other people are trying to control you. You might have a spiritual leader, you might have a parental figure, you might have somebody within your life of great influence and importance to you, telling you how you need to be and how you need to act. And that's surrendering that control too. So surrendering, you can't eat very much anymore. Yes, I would very much look into people like doctors, or people who are on the clean eating movement, and understanding the nutrition of what makes healthy meat healthy, what makes fruits and vegetables clean, what herbs and supplements support different areas of the body, and not just like chicken is healthy. Understand why chicken can be healthy in the healthiest form that chicken comes in. Understand why eggs can be healthy. Understand why I'm just gonna think of something random like spirulina or broccoli. Understand why it's healthy and in what form it is healthiest in. Understand the processes of the body, because it's not just the food. You have to understand the essence of how the body utilizes the food. Okay, use the food as a medicine, and not all medicines are the same.
Right.
Okay, and your body's rejecting it because the quality of the food is not where it needs to be, and your body knows that it's not supporting you. So this is where I'm going to say this, Jesse, and I'm going to hand it over to Debbie. So I got really quick the wealth and finance card, and trusting what you've been shown, seen, and gifted. And so I'm gonna try to jump and kind of connect these cards, but they're really telling me to bring up a story. And so, like growing up, when I was a teenager, very sensitive to food, very sensitive to what was going on in my body. Like I felt like my mind and my spirit were much more ahead of my body. Okay. And so I had completely changed the way that my diet was. And I actually didn't eat unhealthy, but the food was not supporting my body. So I started researching books. I started reading books from the library. I started actually transforming my family's kitchen. So my family's kitchen became primarily organic, because I started guiding my family about what food was about. And I would refuse to eat food. I would refuse to go out if something wasn't in alignment with my body. So I started becoming very strict and very conscientious of what food actually was. And my body started to heal and soar because of that. And food is my friend now. So I really, I want to give you that kind of understanding, and
Right.
and that's how you'll generate your wealth, and that's how you are connecting to what your body is rejecting, because your body knows what's valuable. Please listen to that, and please merge and transform with that understanding, and actually utilize it, rather than just rejecting and saying it's not working for me. Make it work. You're powerful. Step into your power. Okay, I'm sending it over to you.
Girl, I don't even need to add. Like, you were all in it. You got it. Like, the first thing that came to me was the color red. And, I know Jesse. We're friends and stuff. So I just get the sense you nailed it. Like, the grounding is so important. Anchoring the energy. I definitely got his grandfather. There's someone in your family who worked in the fields, or there's someone here where they worked really hard in the texture of the food. So they wanted me to share one of the meditations I do. And so one of the meditations, when I go under before I work or before I come into the energy, I will literally let my hands touch the earth, and I would put the dirt over me. and it like covers my energy. So I ground and bring forward that essence of the energy of the earth. So when we're outside of our body, we talk about all these dreams. You were on it. You're like, I dream like that. I leave my body. So what does it require? It requires that we keep that energy here. When we're getting all these downloads and we're getting all this information, it's supposed to change the earth. And with that, that energy is being anchored in the earth, into the soil. So really connecting to nature, how, like people forget there is energy and frequency with the trees, with the medicine. You kept talking about the food, Kelly. And I feel like I'm being inspired to speak on this just for a second here. When you're working with a medicine, whether it's the plant of lavender or the yabawena, your grandmother makes me feel that she would have a plant that she would put in your ear, to bring the healing into the ear, or that yabawena for the tea to soothe the stomach. And so your ancestors are reminding you where you came from, how you used your own remedies from the days to take care of the illnesses. And so when Kelly taps into this, invite the food into your energy before you even indulge in it. Just savor it. Allow your body to speak to the food and bless it, or whatever is how you're called to integrate with the energies of what you're digesting. When we are awakening, there are many different stages that many of us can go through where our foods we're more sensitive. We can't eat meat, or something happens with the chocolate, the alcohol you can't have. It's a real thing. Our body will start to react to what we're putting into our bodies. And so working with the mineral kingdom, that's crystals, that's the natural earth, and planting your foods, if that's what you're called to. Go to a farmer's market. They show me that you guys go to Saugus, or you go to the swamp meet, and there's the farmer's market, they have all their fresh produce, because it's like you're saying in your head, I don't have anywhere there like that to go, Debbie. Well, they just told me you go to the swamp meet on Sundays or something, and you can, yes, and you can, when you go to the farmer's market, I feel like you can get the fresh produce and allow your hands to feel into the energies of that. Allow yourself to blend with it so that you can bring peace when you're eating it, and you bless your food, So that's what I'm getting, mijo. Really start inviting with the energies of the earth, really working with that grounding. Yeah, so you can't drink anymore. And so as my dog barks, he's bringing an awareness. Like, there's so many energies that were around. You have a cat, look at the cat, how it's affecting you. All of that stuff is playing a role in your factor, your environment. It messes with our tummy.
Understand the essence of who you are and why you have a body. So Debbie kind of gave me a sign to talk about minerals, because you said the mineral kingdom. So our body needs vitamins and minerals to function.
Thank you. I forgot that. I was getting that download. He needed vitamins. Thank you, Kelly. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you flashed it. So I was just like, so even though you are blessing your food, I don't feel like Jessie has proper support in those categories. And something that's really helped me just recently is, so I take a little bit of salt, like a salt crystal. And so I've been using Celtic sea salts, and Redmond sea salt is very good. And the reason why they're so amazing is because, with Celtic sea salts, for instance, there's I don't know the exact number, but it's something like 72 trace minerals in Celtic sea salt. So when you are sucking on the salt or putting it in your water or on your food, you're actually helping to replenish all these things within your body that naturally we are deficient in, and that lowers our energy levels. And our body, biologically, it's a huge salt battery. It's just a huge salt battery. We need water, fat, and salt to function. So when you have really good salts, it's going to help actually perk you up and give you that burst. And I know, when I started taking the salt, my eyes looked brighter. And I do feel like I have this underlying energy, even if I'm not sleeping well, or something else is going on. That's that really good salt I've started taking every day, and it's just a little bit. You just put it under the tongue, and then you cook with it too as well. I feel immensely better.
That is so cool. And the sea salt and the salt cleanses us. So you're cleaning from the inside. So I love that. And I'm even hearing charcoal, but always go to your doctor and get your vitamin levels tested. I keep hearing the C's with you, honey. That helps with the stress, and check the D3 as well. And the B, maybe not too much. It's very interesting. I'm getting it's in a what you're feeling too is and I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing here, so you always want to go to your doctor, but it's an after effect of something that you tried or you digested that gave you a funny feeling. And I'll message you after, but there's something that you're digesting that they're making me feel that you're having some side effects as well. So I'll message you in private because we don't diagnose,
Yeah, we don't diagnose, but we need mineral support, vitamin support. We need proper good food. And then sometimes our body is rejecting food sometimes because we need a cleanse too as well. So really start to get to know your body, everybody. Okay. Yes, I'm taking activated charcoal. I just started less than a week ago. Nice.
Right. I felt like I feel like that's what it is. David gave me a salt after my episode on Saturday. Yeah, see, Erica, may I share, Erica, what you went through?
Go for it. I mean, she has to tell you.
No, I need her permission to share.
Yeah, I said, oh, yeah. Jennifer McCormick, Himalayan salt is good too. Himalayan salt is good too, but it's actually been going around. So they've been trying to, like, people who are very much in the nutritional, like, wellness industry, Himalayan pink salt or other Himalayan salts they're rock salts. They're very good, but a lot of times they are the rock salt is mined through explosive blasts. So there's trace explosives being found in some of the Himalayan salts, and not all of them, but enough where people are saying, watch out, Celtic sea salt, Redmond sea salt, Baja Gold. Just have some other salt support too as well if you're actually ingesting.
I heard that there was a whole reel on it and everything. So yeah. So Annie got a healing. She got a session with David Abarle, who we call Hero, and during her healing, she received, and she fainted. She went out, but she had a full on release. And her experience, she left me in awe. I'm like, my friend, I need to talk to my friend. And she's saying that he gave her salt right after the spirits and the energies moved through her. So we'll have to bring her on the show for sure, so she can talk about it, and bring David in to talk about, how he holds space through ceremony and prayer. And so this energy is real, guys. This is like a very depth of how we're holding on, how we're releasing, and how we're using the times, whether it's the new moon and the location of where we live. All of those are factors. Everything's a factor on how we are connected to everything. It really does play a role.
It really does play a role. We are physical beings. We have to learn about what we're putting into our body. Absolutely. Redmond salt is clean because it is mined in the United States, and there's stricter regulations. There is not strict regulations with the way that they're mining all the Himalayan salts. So that because it's overseas, right? And the labor is cheaper over there. Yep. This is all a thing to think about. Let's see. I want to validate you, Debbie. Denise, the person we were reading for prior, she said, yes, I did open my own business. It's very new right now. You both are amazing. Thank you. I keep second guessing myself and can't get out of my way. Thank you for encouraging me. Just love to you too. Girl, I feel like you're in a good space. Just keep going.
Yeah. I think that's really hard when we're and I was getting this for Jesse, and for those that are listening right now, maybe we'll close on this, Kelly, because you got to go to Costco. So on this note,
I want to give Gabby a little love, and then I'll close. Yeah.
Okay. So and this could actually refer back to Gabby, right? Gabby says she feels, she was saying she was being drawn to different things. Our spirit is going to direct us to what we need in the moment. Our spirit is going to take us, like, we've all done the circles of, meditations, healings, crystals, drumming, Reiki, trance. We go through different layers of our work. Kundalini, like, you're going to be guided to the right person or teacher. What's important, and this is what I was getting for some of us that are listening here, is that we don't compare ourselves to where everyone else is at in their journey. Their healing is so different than each and every one of your stories. We all have different structures, emotions, and feelings, and how we're aligned to the planets. We're all moving the best way that we can. You may see us here doing what we're doing, and we're using these tools because we're healing and we're going through things ourselves at times, or we've really gone through the transformation. So we're sharing a piece of our experience, but you're not seeing the darker part of like, oh my God, is this happening again? Or you're not seeing the hard parts that come with it. And so when there is doubt, or when you're questioning, am I doing the right thing? This is where you want to take the power back to empower yourselves to pause, to say, what does my soul need today? Is it something physical? Am I physically hurting? Am I in my thoughts? Is it in my mind? Is it my emotions? Am I overreacting? Is it spiritual? Am I feeling something spiritually in my energy field? Your body is talking to you. Your energy is talking to you. So it's not she's doing this and I want to do that. It's what can I do to make a change every day? And even if it's a small change, a shift of how you think or a shift of how you feel, or that's what's creating the healing, is doing something different that you didn't do yesterday to create something better. And that is all you can do, is be gentle with yourself, give yourself permission to breathe, to be kind where you are in your journey. And it's nice to have people like us and others to hold space, but don't forget to hold space for yourselves and get the messages in the way that you need it. Your body is telling you what to do. So that's what I was getting when I heard Jesse talking, and I heard the first for Denise, and it was even for Denise. You know, don't compare your journey. You don't know where people have been. I've been doing this for 25 years plus. Lots of transformations, a lot of letting go, a lot of crying and heartache. So I just felt like that needed to be said, if that would make sense. It says trusting who we are aligning with, trusting the people that come in and out of your lives. They're all serving a purpose, whether it's a lesson, it's to teach or to appreciate. Not everyone is going to stay, but it gives you the opportunity to take a leap of faith on yourself to try again. So.
Yeah, we have to like replenish that for ourselves over and over again, because our journey is also very different and confusing. It really is. It's very confusing.
Yeah.
I love this. I'm gonna go to Gabby really quick. I'm gonna pull some cards for Gabby.
Yeah.
Iris is saying thank you, both of you guys and you ladies. I'm joking with Iris, to hold space, loving this conversation. I say guys all the time too. Jennifer, always listen to your body. Okay, yes, I agree. I've had many occurrences where, like, I want to validate just that sentence for 2 seconds, and then I'm going right to Gabby. I've had many times within my life where I've described to family and friends, I'm feeling this within my body. Like, this is what's coming up. And they'll just be like, oh, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Or I go, I think everyone else, I sometimes will be aware that they're going through it too. I'm like, I'm getting this, and I feel like it's connected, not just to me. And people will go, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. And lo and behold, next day, usually it's next day or within that week, that symptom will come up in their body. That understanding will come up, and they'll be like, oh, that's what that was. I'm like, yeah, remember me talking about that? Oh, yeah, you did. And so you have to trust what you're getting in your body, whether it is understanding another or yourself. You always have to trust, because it doesn't lie. You just have to continue to step forth and being your truth and actually speak it, and trust. All right.
Right.
Let's see. Embrace who you are, because no one else is exactly like you. Thank God.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's
right.
And spirit needs all of us to be different. We all have different colors, and how we understand the reads is everyone's chosen to hold space because of who you are.
It's true. It's very true. So with really quick, Gabby girl, let's see, I'm gonna pull up your question again.
Gabby girl.
You said, I feel like I'm all over the place by wanting to learn so many spiritual things, and I don't know where to start. Open for reading guidance. Thank you. Okay, sure. Gabby, if you're in the house, I'd actually love your birth date. That would actually let me know something that I'm looking to kind of like look into. So if you're in the house and you want to pop down your birth date, you just have to give me your month and your day. That would help me. If not, no worries. I'm just going to go where I'm going to go with you. Ooh, I love it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so really, I got multiple cards, and guess what came up? So this is like, right on track for what you're asking. It takes me to two kind of things of what you're working through. So this is the under pressure card, the summer song card. Oh, you gave me 11/11. What a cool date. Let me just write that down. 11/11. So, and okay. And 1 second, I'm just pulling up. So your attitude 4, personal day 2, and you're in a cycle of 3. Yep. Okay. Sure. And then I'm just making sure something too. Okay, good. So this is a perfect time. This is a perfect time. So I'm going to kind of bounce around and give you what I have, Gabby, really quick. So this month is kind of like a resurgence, if you can understand this, of getting back on track, of understand, I want to do something different. I want to do something different. So there's this motivation kind of tap back in, and it's a great time to manifest and create. So really take this month like fire and start playing around and getting really certain with what you want. It's letting me know that you are an overthinker. So there's some things you already know, but you're like actually going back and forth like, well, does this make sense? Does that make sense? You actually already know. And so it's letting me know that, so with your career card that I got, the heart, the love card was over it in reverse. So it's basically saying you're not listening to your feelings in this. You're overthinking too much. You're not in touch with what actually truly lights you up. And if you are in the slightest bit, you're again attaching to your mind with how this work. I can't see myself quite doing this in this way. How would this work? How would this work? And with these two coming into play, this like really invites you to one, enjoy the process and get into the fun and the joy of the energy rising of, I think this is where I'm supposed to be. I think I want to do this. This feels way better. Why wouldn't I want to do this? Mixed with you're transforming. You're transforming. You'll have enough pressure transforming and changing and integrating your life that you better believe you better get into your joy. And that's a very practical life, having a bit of everything, sunshine and rain. And this new job and where you're going will give you this. And they're also like letting me know that like you really fight for the underdog. You really fight for, whether it's like people who have gone through hard times, minorities, or special causes. And they're saying that in order to continue to do that and to give change into people's lives, you have to step up into a place of leadership, or you have to step up into a place within your life where your environment and your choices really give you the power to help others. So you have to make the steps in order to do that. All right. Your physical energy, your health is much better than it has been, and continue to take care of yourself and go forward and make these decisions. And I hope this makes sense, Gabby. So I'm just going to give you that really quick. Debbie, if you have anything to say.
Yeah, I just feel like, this maybe a lot of us can resonate with this, but Gabby, what I got for you was when we start a journey, it's like not everyone's going to understand our past. So then we're very mindful of who's open to hear what I have to say, or who's open, like I want to share this, or I learned that, or this is what I was taught. And so somewhere there, you're holding your voice back. So it's like really embodying this new spiritual journey, it's living the life as a spiritualist. Let's say I'm going to embody this. This is who I am. It's part of me. It's really opening up the awareness that this is me and I'm not different. And so don't downplay who you are is what I'm getting, my love. If you want to say something, you want to express something that you're feeling or you're downloading, share it. Don't hold back. And if you are feeling that you're being mindful because the person's not listening, then journaling it and getting it out of your body. I feel like you're connected to the life events. I feel like you're connected to like concerns. Like they make me feel like you're over worried about global events and things like this also. But those are not feelings that you're just getting. Those are your intuition, your premonitions. And so this is also how spirit and we're connected to the energies of the universe. So you are awakening on a more of a global scale, if you would understand this, my love. So this can be very overwhelming for a lot of us. Like, oh, I'm feeling again. When we started, we talked about energy, Kelly. We talked about the planets. We're tuning, and you are feeling the energies of those that are around you, of the earth, of what's happening collectively. And so you're someone who is globally connecting, right? And that can be big. That's a big job. So I would work with the Earth Star Chakra, and it's at a 6.68.5 frequency. It's a manifestation card, which goes perfectly with Kelly, brings healing to the past life karmic. It also gives healing to our energies of emotions, or whether if we have battled anxiety or, some type of energy that needs to be released, the earth will transmute it. But when you're in that Earth Star Chakra, it's also collective. It's humanity. It's not the separation between the root and that one. Is the root is more of your own individual journey. You are connected to the collective journey. So sending healing, working with colors, or blasting the energy down below the feet, 12 feet under, is going to help you feel more stable with the energy as you start your day. So that's what I get for you. A grounding crystal. I would wear either like a tourmaline or obsidian, or I would even get a pyrite. I don't know why. For me, I'm using hematite, so jasper, a lot of earthly colors of stones keep us grounded. I would also do the salt. I thought that was interesting for you. I also feel the third eye in your thinking, so I would work like an amethyst or work with the color purple for the crown, because you're also thinking. It's in your mind. So let's bring healing to the mind, because we are connecting to the minds of the intelligence. And when we're connecting to the energy, you've expanded. You've been working with me for some time, and we've been connecting as friends. And so what happens when you're connected to other light workers, our Wi-Fi gets bigger, your energy grows, your auric field expands, and so you're connecting to so much. So this doesn't surprise me that I'm picking this up for you right now. So I hope this makes sense.
Yeah. You are in a cycle of 3 right now, and basically what that urges you to do is to expand your personal network. So take classes, meet new people. And classically in numerology, people want to change jobs when they're in this cycle, or they're in a cycle 3, 4, or 5. So you're right on time to really say, hey, it's time for me to change. This is not really working for me. The norm is too boring. The norm is too traditional, and I'm way more than that. So, it's time to take the hat off and to channel something greater than yourself. So that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, girl. That's what's fun. Kelly. Kelly, we're going to Chicago.
I thought you were doing like a Kelly.
Yeah, you want me to tell them, Kelly, what I do?
I'm fine. It's funny. I'm really open. It's fine.
Every time I talk to Kelly, there's this meme that pops up, and the meme is just going, yeah. So I do that to her now. She's like, oh my God, God help me.
We have all the memes. We have the breakdancing memes, the queen memes, all the fun.
Yeah, the goddesses. Like, hey.
That's right.
Thank you, Kelly, for letting me be with you today on this Monday evening. Throat chakra, color blue, lapis lazuli, aquamarine, gargling with salt water, working with the ears, the nose, and the throat and the mouth. That's all the thyroid, all the upper right in this area, right? So I have a podcast on Spotify, Transcend with Debbie. There's a meditation on the throat chakra, and also on the Earth Star chakra. So you guys can look that up. I just plugged in myself right now. I sure did.
Plug it, girl.
Boom.
Plug it, girl.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Please catch us for our upcoming shows. You have your show on Wednesday, Debbie.
I do. I don't know yet if it's confirmed, but if it happens, we got a great guest on Wednesday. If not, you just go get me. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you always got friends in the house if you need somebody. So
I got friends.
In high places.
And I'll also be on Jennifer's show on Friday with Nancy. We'll be back again. Nancy's debut.
Oh, Nancy's on.
Jennifer's show.
the month and week of Nancy, and Nancy's been on fire, girl.
Spirit be hooking her up. The Spirit says it's your time. They're going to put you out there. So I can't wait to work with Nancy and Jennifer on Friday. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday too. So thank you, Miss Kelly Brickle. We're going to Chicago, girl. Let's go.
Going to Chicago. Let's do this. See you on Wednesday, everybody. Oh, and I'll have Alice Traveau as a guest for the Psychic Hour on Wednesday too as well.
Ooh, nice.
And
you guys will love her.
Please go with love, light, and luck. And don't forget to live, everybody. And Debbie, would you like to say anything to take us out?
Just keep loving each other. You can't go wrong. Love wins. You know what comes to mind, what Erica says, for those who are the Latino culture, and we watch Walter Mercado con mucho, mucho, mucho amor y paz. Te dejo. Got it like that.
Underlay. Let's go. Up and out. We love you all. Bye, everybody.
Take care, y'all.